Hello, sweet team. Welcome back to my channel. This is Sweet Ajele, and I am back with this super delicious spinach stew. Oh my goodness, I craved for it, so I really enjoyed this. Let's get started. In a pot, add in your choice of meat. To that, some onions, spice blend. I'm adding some all-purpose seasoning. You may use any seasoning of your choice, and some salt to taste. Give it a good stir, cover it up, and allow it to cook in its own juices. And I'm back to check on the meat. It has been cooking beautifully and it has released a lot of juices. Okay, but at this point, I'll add in some wele and I'll stir everything together and add enough water to cook my meat and wele until nice and tender. Then in a heated pan, I'll add in some palm oil. You may use any oil of your choice, but palm oil is preferred for this recipe. To that, I'll add in some sliced onion and I'll fry it until translucent, which should be about 5 minutes. I come back to check on the meat and it has cooked beautifully to my preferred tenderness, so I'll set it aside. Back to our stew, our onions have fried beautifully, so I'll add in some blended tomatoes, onion, and habanero pepper. I'll give it a good stir and I'll cover it up and allow it cook halfway. Then I'm going to go ahead and grate some onion, which will add an amazing flavor to our agushi. Adding some grated onion and salt to your agushi makes it taste super delicious. Okay, so once I'm done grating, I'll add in my blended agushi and some water. I'll stir everything together and I'll set it aside to swell or thicken up beautifully. We'll be using frozen spinach today. You may use the fresh one if you prefer. You can also use kontomere or any other leafy vegetable for this recipe. Now, whenever you're using frozen spinach or any other vegetable for that matter for stew, and you don't want a lot of water to sit in your stew, it is always good to thaw it and then get rid of any excess water before adding it to your stew. So that's exactly what I'm gonna do, and I'm rinsing out the bag to get every single spinach out of it, and then I'll pour it into a strainer and then I'll squeeze the water out of it into a separate plate or bowl. My biggest secret to a tasty spinach or kontomere stew is the crab meat. So I bought some blue crabs and I just took the meat out of it. So this is it. I'll set it aside, and look at our agushi. It has thickened up beautifully, so we're going to go ahead and pour it into our stew, which have cooked halfway, and I'll give it a quick stir, a gentle one, so that some of it will go on the bottom or in the middle of the sauce. I'll cover it and cook it until well cooked. To check on our stew, it is looking good. I'll add in our meat and wele. I'll also add in some smoked turkey. It adds an amazing flavor to spinach and kontomere stew. And finally, I added in our crab meat. My secrets, as I said. I remember I used to work at the airport and I had this American friend that loved my spinach stew. Even when other people made it for her, she wanted mine. Okay, girl, if you're watching, this is my secret. We'll cover and allow it cook gently. Meanwhile, I made some mackerel. I know you guys have already seen the video to this, but I'll link the recipe for you guys to check it out. I'm going to debone it because I don't want any bone to mess with anybody. Yes, in small new so I'll take the skin off and I'll also debone it beautifully. Yes, this spinach stew is fully loaded. We love sweetie tintins. Today's special tools goes to Popesa Lifestyle, Louisa Ajeman, and Gloria Ahombracier's Kitchen. Thank you for always watching, liking, sharing, and commenting on my videos. Back to check on our stew. It is looking good. I'll add in my mackerel and give it a good stir, and I'll allow it cook gently for about 8 to 10 minutes. And for the final touch, we're going to add in our spinach, and we've squeezed out all the water so it will not be releasing any moisture into our stew. And we do not want to overcook our spinach, so once we stir everything together, we'll allow it to cook for about 5 to 10 minutes, and that's it. 5 minutes is good enough for your spinach because we want the health benefits. We do not want to cook and our spinach is totally dead, okay? While we wait for our stew to get ready, one of my favorite things to enjoy spinach stew with is ripened plantains. So we'll be boiling it on the side. You can bake or grill this if you wish, but we're doing the boiled way today. Once you add your salt, cover and bring it to a boil. Once it boils, 5 minutes later, your Amadan Chulu is ready. Back to our stew, just check it out. It is ready, and this stew, it was so delicious. We devoured it in 2 days. That's how good it was, and we enjoyed it with this super delicious Amadan Chulu. As I said, it is ready. We'll get the water out, serve, and enjoy. All are invited to enjoy this delicious spinach stew with me. Oh my goodness. It was super duper delicious and a must try recipe. If you've enjoyed me until now, why not let me know where you're watching from, and I'll give you a special too in our next recipe. Until I see you in the next one, stay safe, keep loving each other, and remember that the love of God and family is life's greatest blessing. And guys, ke unamini uchemi sweet mahabotu. Bye y'all.
Adiana to look bonon again. Gambling butter, gambling fish. And sweet ajele. Mbao, mammy, continental food, madam.